I see it.
I don't know if this one's right because maybe you thought of two different people here, but the other one's sitting here. Were you considering somebody named Damon?
What?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? But you changed from Damon, and then you picked this other guy, but you don't talk to him in forever. And who is the famous person that you thought of at this table? Tell us all, who is it?
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine, it's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys, we're just so good and good as the good guys. Whoa.
Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. I'm here with Oz Pearlman. What do you prefer to be called? What do you like to be called? Mentalist, a conjurer,
Man of mystery, male exotic dancer. No, I'm known
Me
as a
too.
mentalist.
Mentalist.
You have to close stay on, Ben.
Wow.
I don't want to disappoint.
No.
No, this is not a physique. I'm clearly
We'll
not
save
on
that. We'll
steroids.
save that for later, Rose. Okay.
A mentalist is kind of like a magician, but it's unusual because I don't really do card tricks. I don't really do sleight of hand. I kind of do sleight of mind.
I've seen these clips. My God, my mind blown. Oz is legend.
Oz.
We're here with legend. Okay.
Is it short-
And if you thought it was Oz, you're wrong. Okay, it's Oz.
Is it short for Oswaldo?
No.
Is it short for
Oswaldo.
Ozempic?
It is. I put the O's in Ozempic. I'm getting that out there, folks.
I like that.
By the way,
That's gonna be my new brand
know-
sponsorship deal. Talk to me, Eli Lilly. Do they own Ozempic? I think they do.
No, that's
Maybe I'm
Novo
wrong.
Nordisk.
Novo Nordisk. Damn it. All right. Forget that. And I've done them a lot of stuff for their Danish company. So now I'm really embarrassed.
Do you know how
Cut
rich you're
this.
gonna be?
I'm kidding, Novo. Put the O's in Ozempic. That
We have-
commercial writes itself.
We have row body. Do you know how rich you're going to be? I know you're already rich. Okay,
Stop.
you
I could be
use your
richer.
mentalist.
Yes, I've got a lot of kids.
Capabilities to move money from one bank account to another.
Don't
We
tell
understand.
anybody that. Shh.
And-
You make the fat disappear with Ozempic.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Are you getting a piece of this deal?
Oh, Oz Pearlman. You know.
That's hot.
Wow.
Is
I'm
that? Can I take that jingle right now?
Yeah, you can take it. It's
I've
yours.
already gotten it. It's on camera.
It's yours. It's yours.
You are crushing the game. I am a little proud because I know we've had scheduling problems getting you on the show, but
We've been trying. You had a kid. I mean, come on.
It's a whole
this
thing.
guy's such a diva. He's like, I had a kid.
I'm so
And
sorry.
you have five kids.
You have 3?
I have 3, but I
Yeah.
discovered you on AGT originally.
Dude, that's OG.
The
That's
great
10 years
Howard
ago.
Stern was one of your first believers, supporters, fans. But it seems in the last year you have caught fire, my friend. You are everywhere.
Thank you.
Wow. Where-
Everywhere.
what clips have you seen recently on The View, on Howard?
I saw the
again?
Howard clip. That was the one that I saw most recently. It just
Honestly, the Howard, normally I'll tell you just go to my social and watch
Yeah.
the 2-minute clip.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to commit 11 minutes, it's nuts. If you watch the whole through, like the act 1, act 2, act 3 of how it all comes together, it was crazy. And Howard was in person. Beth was in person. I shook Howard's hand, so he's pretty sure he's going to die of COVID. As soon as I finished the
never
trick,
there.
he goes, I need pure alcohol. He goes, the best part of the trick is that I shook your hand and you have 5 kids. It's literally a petri dish.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
He's sick.
Yeah.
He's damaged. He's a
I
damaged.
love
He's
him. I love
scratched.
him.
He's a
so good to
scratched
me.
man. I mean,
By the way, these are two completely separate things. You can be the best and love him, and he can be damaged.
I
Yes.
love him dearly, but
Who is
I
not
mean,
damaged? You are very damaged.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
as well.
Yeah, how do you know?
'Cause
God, you
that's
see
on
into
the
my
mind
soul. He sees into me. He's looking at me.
Oh,
he's looking into
it's
my heart.
magic.
He's looking into my heart.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But the Howard of it all, the fact that he was, he hasn't been in studio for years.
That's
Now,
true. The last time I did his thing, I guess this word that Valerie Harper told him before she died, she had terminal cancer. Do you know this thing? And for 10 years, I don't know if it was 10 years, fact check, it was a long time, he would have psychics come in. And it's kind of like a safe word where it's
And
a
Houdini
thing.
created this,
Houdini
right?
created it where he goes, Houdini did not believe psychics were real. And so he said to his wife, if I die, don't write this word down. Don't tell it to anybody, nothing other than right now when I share it with you, don't share it with anybody ever. So it's test conditions that if I die and a psychic says they're talking to me, I will tell them the word. They will tell it to you. And now you know there's an afterlife. That's the famous thing with Bess and Houdini. And so he did the same thing with Valerie Harper because she knew she had terminal cancer. And so I guessed it. 10 years psychics have been trying. I guessed it, but I told him I'm not talking to any dead people. I'm going to figure it out the way a mentalist does. We decipher, we figure out how you do things. That's what we do. And so he totally freaked out. And this was even crazier because him and his wife have a safe word in the bedroom. So he was more concerned about the fact that I have maybe seen them in the bedroom somehow. I go, Howard, don't worry. I was not in the bedroom for the 22 seconds you spent on Sunday nights.
Do you think psychics exist?
So it's kind of like saying, does God exist? I think somebody that says no is a bit egomaniacal because I can't tell billions of people that do believe in God or do believe in psychics that they're wrong. But all I can tell you is based on things that I've observed personally. I've never seen a psychic do something to me that I wasn't able to explain based on science or skills that I possess. In fact, almost all of the psychics I've personally witnessed, some of them have been amazing. I think I could do their job better than them.
Why is that?
Well, because I'm an honest con man, right? I'm literally conning you and I'm telling you that what I'm doing is not real. I go out of my way in every interview, in every press piece to tell you, I am not psychic. I am not supernatural. Everything I'm doing can be explained by science, repeatable, and is explainable. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like versus a psychic, show me how to become psychic. I don't see that book. Right? So you have to have it or you don't, and I can't explain to you how it works, and it doesn't work all the time.
So what could you have been besides a mentalist? Like obviously
I
you're
used to work at Wall
just,
Street.
I was gonna say, obviously you're just a very, very, very smart person. Like does this,
I don't know if that's true. We could
is
ask
this
my
like,
wife, and she might disagree vehemently with that statement.
it seems though, like how did mentalism, is it mentalism?
She's like, you
Are
can read minds.
mental?
Why don't you know the trash is full? Take it out, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's my wife.
You
too.
live that.
That's my wife.
Mentalism is the magic of the mind. For lack of a better term, it is the illusion of being able to read people's minds and influence their thoughts. And it's an illusion. It's kind of like a magic trick.
And is it self-taught? Like how does
I am mostly self-taught, though I have some mentors. Something I actually like kind of go into the book a little bit about how you find people who are who you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
Win them over, find a way to break through the, kind of the velvet rope gets moved out of the way and have them share some of their secrets with you.
Is
Got it.
Uri Geller kind of the one of our generation?
Uri Geller was different than me because Uri Geller crossed a bit of the line into where I tell you I'm not psychic, I have no supernatural powers. Uri said that he had powers that could not be explained and did things of that sort, which again, to each their own, but ethically, I'm not doing that. So when you see me and you go, oh, well, he's not really reading your body language. I go, that's not a true statement. I might be, but you might be thinking 95% of how I did that trick was reading your micro expressions in your body language, when in reality, it was 5 to 10%. But I don't tell you how that's done. It's kind of, if I told you how it worked, imagine you're a kid waiting to see Santa Claus at the mall, and the first thing the Santa says to you, I'm not the real Santa kid. I'm just a guy who works, in landscaping, but this is my side hustle. Wow, that's really awesome for that kid, right?
Yeah.
I'm Santa in this case. I'm not the real Santa. I don't know if there is a real Santa when it comes to mentalists or psychics, but I'm presenting you with a moment or moments that are amazing and memorable that hopefully you will feel on an emotional basis. And that's why you've seen the videos everywhere, because to connect with people, because it's amazing.
Does it ever get old, like watching somebody's reaction, completely freaking out over what you did to them?
Never.
Never.
That's like asking a comedian if it ever gets old to hear laughter.
To hear laughs.
But let me ask you this, and I really credit you with sort of being upfront about it, an honest con man, right? Like when
Except I'm not really conning you because all my content is
Yeah, you're on.
free.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then the one thing people have said to me is, oh, well, people are going to buy your book. Every time I tell you, my book is not a mentalism book. I don't teach you a single trick. I don't pretend to. If you right now made me switch careers and said, tomorrow you can't do this anymore. AI can read minds. You're out of a job, buddy. And I had to find a new career. And I said to myself, how am I going to become very successful at what I'm doing next? What skills will I use? What habits will I immediately implement? That's what this book is, so that in 1, 2, 3 years, I will hopefully be at the top of my field at whatever I do, because my book is not going to teach you to be a mentalist. It's going to teach you all the skills I've developed over 30 years so you can be successful at what you do in life. That's what it is, a playbook for success.
Well, you can sell a book. I want to read that book.
Oh, yeah,
I want to read
I'm
that
in.
book.
But-
Oz Pearlman, Read Your Mind. Look at this book. It's a beautiful
It
book.
pops.
It
Smart.
pops. It's a beautiful.
It's yellow, it's cheerful,
beautiful.
it's
I had a yellow
I love
book.
it. Proven Habits for Success from the world's greatest mentalist.
Ben,
I'm
your
sold.
silky smooth
I'm
radio
sold.
voice, I just
I'm
closed
sold.
my eyes
I'm sold.
and I want you in my ears.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I'll be in your ears later. We were talking about that. I'm not getting undressed. Just gonna.
Well, but here's what I'm dying to know, right? Because like you went on Joe Rogan, you guessed his PIN code.
That's right.
Right?
He had
And
no
it
idea that was going to happen.
freaked him the hell out.
You could see that he had no idea.
But let me ask you this. I would assume billions of dollars are spent by evil forces to hack people's identity, bank accounts, PIN numbers, two-step authentication, all these things, right?
Yes.
So you can do it.
Yes. The funny part
Why
is,
aren't you employed by the DOD making $1 billion a year? Why are you the only one who can do
can't
it?
say. No, I'm kidding. So here's the truth, because the truth is when you dissect this and you get to the bottom, you're like, wait a second, why are we even here? Let's get to Vegas right now, get you in front of the casino, play poker, let's get millions of dollars.
Or,
Why
the,
are we
that's
here?
interesting
or the
too.
honest way. Like, why are you the only one?
So I don't know that I'm the only one. There's other people that do what I do, but for lack of a better term, I can explain to you what's allowed me to achieve success at a certain level.
Yes.
And again, I'm not selling this, but like you've seen other people over the years do it, but why is it connecting in such a different way? And I think that the superpower I have is that my performances turn the mirror from me and they turn it around on you. So here's what I mean by that. Brass tacks. When I do stuff for the NFL, those are some of my most viral clips. You don't see me doing like a card trick. And even though the card trick could be amazing, and you could see a lot of magicians do a great card trick, and you're like, that was so cool. How did you do that? But at the end of the story, it's about them.
Yeah.
When I do it, I know that the person watching this is a football fan. And that what do they care about? Well, I care about hitting my parlay if I'm a sports gambler. I care about the fact that, oh my God, I know about offense and defense. Who's Joe Burrow going to throw that ball to? That's like the $1 million question. What if you could do anything? I want to know what that team's next play is going to be, right? How crazy would that be? So now I create my routines based on what the person watching is going to be most interested in.
Sure.
So now if you're a football fan, but you're not an Oz Pearlman fan, you're not a Mentalist fan, you don't even know what either of those things are, who I am or what I do, you're captured because you go, oh my God, I want to know who that guy's going to throw the ball to. Or if I'm on a cooking show and I come up with a recipe that you thought of that your great aunt used to cook when you were 6 years old that nobody could have known. I tell you her name and what the secret ingredient was. Now you're hooked. Now when you tell that story, it's not like, yeah, he guessed ginger.
It's personal.
So what? It's personal.
Yeah.
It's emotional. You go, how did he know my grandaunt's name? How did he know that was the secret ingredient? Right? Your story changes. It evolves.
How did you know
I've been stalking.
a great aunt's name?
Yeah.
But how, like, I just, how?
That's the game, right? How do you figure out it? We might try something before we're out of here. Come on. I can't just
I know. It's just
tease
like,
you.
I'm so ready. But
wow.
but again, it's like those people who almost are like conspiracy theorists, right? And they're like, I know something that others don't know. And
Right.
I'm like, trust me, babe.
My mom literally says that she walks down the street. And by the way, she's a big listener of the podcast. Love her dearly. And I think she has some power. She will tell me, oh, that person's sick. She just could feel it. She's like, oh, that person has cancer. I'm like, what gave it away? The fact that they're bald?
It's
No, I'm just
that or
kidding.
alopecia, Mom.
They walked out of Memorial Sloan Kettering. And you're like, Mom, that wasn't informative. That was hurtful. She's like, I'm so sorry, miss. Keep fighting the good
That
fight.
person's diabetic. Yeah,
Jada
900
Pinkett
pounds.
Smith is sick. I'm telling you now. But like, people like
I think
tho-
your mom is an epidemiologist and you didn't know it.
It's possible.
But
It's
those
possible.
people, if
Very
they were
talented
right,
woman.
if they really knew, like not your mom having intuition, but like those people who are
No, I-
like governmental
Yes.
conspiracy, I'd be
Yes.
like, you wouldn't have a YouTube channel, babe. You'd be abducted.
Right.
Right? Like you'd be in a fucking van and disappeared. Like if you really knew, like there's some famous Banksy quote of like, you are of an acceptable amount of risk to the people that really control things, which is why you are here now.
Right.
So that's my only pushback is like, if you really had some shit that these people who, I mean, they create supercomputers to break these codes and can't,
Right.
you would be disappeared.
So if you look at, there's a guy named Kevin Mitnick who was do you know who that is? A famous hacker, and they would do social engineering. So the easiest way to break into a safe, and you could build the biggest safe, like Ocean's 11 style, with like this and reinforced steel and da-da, is to not break the safe. It's to break the mind of the person, get the person who has the safe and get the number from them.
Sure.
Voila.
Ah,
So
makes
if
sense.
you can find the weakest link in a chain, you will
found him?
then, yeah, that's Joshua Peck. So if you can do that, you don't need to do the hard way. But the best illusions are the
sense.
ones where it makes it look like you went through the safe.
Makes sense.
Yes, it's like me running Burt Kreischer's 5K. Everybody
Yeah.
thought I finished it. I cheated.
You cheated. I'm in a text.
Everyone's
I'm in a
"Ben,
text
how'd you
Bert
do that
right
in
now and
25
tell him
minutes?"
that.
Oh,
I know
told,
Bert.
Oh, I told them. So they're like, you finished it in 25 minutes? Like, yeah.
You beat Jelly Roll?
No, everybody beat Jelly Roll.
Oh, he's getting fit, man. I just saw him run with my buddy Cam Haynes.
No. In that race,
Yes.
it was Travis Scott. Or not Travis Scott. Travis Barker.
Yep.
3 minutes.
Different guy.
Okay? 3 minutes. Jelly Roll, I think, was like 3 hours.
He
He took his
him a
time, but he
minute.
finished.
He
Nice.
crushed it.
But he finished.
That's strong.
So
And he didn't cheat.
We don't know that.
That's true.
I need a piss test. You may have some PEDs.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Vivrel. So, folks, listen, I'm not the Vivrel member in this relationship, but my wife Claudia loves Vivrel, and honestly, I'm starting to understand why. She uses it nonstop, especially during the holidays. If you don't know Vivrel, it is a members-only club where you can borrow designer bags, jewelry, watches, even diamonds. Okay, do you ever look over at that girl and you're thinking, oh my God, she's so rich. How does she afford all of that stuff? Vivrel, okay, don't go into debt buying all of these bags, diamonds, jewels, watches. Use Vivrel. Borrow them, then return them. It's absolutely fantastic. It's fantastic. They don't even have return dates. You can hold the bag for as long as you want or swap it out month to month. And if you fall in love with the bag and you're like, oh my God, I need it, I don't want to return it, you can buy it cheaper than anywhere else. They have that option as well. And we're talking, look, just $139 a month for their Classique tier. It's the most popular. And it makes sense because you get so much out of it. And let me tell you, they have millions and millions of dollars flowing in every single week into the closet, okay, for you to choose from. We're talking Prada, Fendi, Saint Laurent, Dior, so much beautiful stuff. They can be yours. They can be yours. Just $130 a month, $139 a month with Vivrel. And let me tell you, their holiday offer, it is absolutely fantastic because you don't need to pay the $139 a month for the first month. It is 100% free if you use code GOODGUYS to get your first month of membership free. It's an absolute no-brainer. If you want to be husband of the year, get this for your wife. I'm telling you, she will literally think, how the hell did you know that? And if you're a girl listening and you want to get it for a friend, it's a fantastic gift, maybe for your mom. I'm telling you, Vivrel is it. Go to Vivrel.com and apply for membership today using code GOODGUYS for your first month of membership free. The code will also allow you to skip the Vivrel waitlist. We love skipping a waitlist. That's Vivrelle.com. Use code GOODGUYS for your first month free. Vivrelle.com. Use code GOODGUYS for your first month free. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Vital Vitamins. Folks, since 2018, Vital Vitamins has delivered over 4 million no-nonsense supplements. They are trusted by over 400,000 customers to help them look better, feel better, and age better. All of their products are thoroughly researched, rigorously tested, and made in, you guessed it, say it with me, USA, USA, USA. Folks, we all want to look good, stay sharp, and age as slowly as possible. That's just a fact. If you don't want to look good, stay sharp, and age as slowly as possible, that's a what are you nuts? I don't understand you. We don't see each other at all. Folks, Vital Vitamins has the age-defying bundle that supports all of those goals. Let me tell you about it, okay? Multi-Collagen Complex Plus is an all-in-one beauty supplement combining 5 types of collagen, biotin, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C to support skin, hair, nails, and joints. Their Brain Booster Plus is a blend of critical brain support supplements and vitamins to immediately help focus and clarity, and while also supporting long-term brain health. And NAD Plus supports cellular, energy, healthy aging. Folks, what more do you need than this gorgeous age-defying bundle by Vital Vitamins? Honestly, it's the perfect gift. It's gifting season. Get this for yourself. Also, get this for a friend. Get the bundle for a friend. It is so nice. Imagine, do you know how excited my dad would be if I gave him this bundle? He would absolutely love it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Honestly, it's a really great idea. Vital Vitamins, the age-defying bundle. Bruce, it's coming your way. Vital Vitamins is offering my listeners today 20% off, and boy, am I going to use that code. 20% off all orders with code GOODGUYS at myvitalvitamins.com. That's code GOODGUYS at myvitalvitamins.com.
So you've got the great David Goggins giving you a quote for the
Yes.
front of your book. Cam Haynes, you talked about.
Yeah.
Are you part of that crew of guys who are these incredible, inspirational, motivational that can speak from experience? Like, how are you friends with all these incredible guys?
So I'm an ultramarathon runner. So I've run all these races. So like with Goggins, we ran Badwater the same year and met. So
Talk about Badwater. How
Badwater
long is
is air quotes, the world's toughest foot race. That's how it's marketed. It is very tough. I've run races that I felt were harder, but here's the TLDR. Badwater is a 135-mile run, not stages, all at once.
135
So it's effectively 5 marathons and then some. So it's like 5 marathons and then what you did.
And then what I did.
Yeah, and then still more. But it's
by the way, my thing was 2 miles. They call it a 5K to make it sound
it's
impressive.
a fun run.
3.2.
So it's 135 miles. It's typically in the second week of July because it is the hottest week of the year in Death Valley. In Death Valley, at one point in time, I think other than a place in Morocco, was the hottest place on earth. So the year that I did it, we started at 10 a.m. It was 124 degrees at the start. And then you are running from the lowest location in the contiguous United States, I believe, I think it's continental, which is called Badwater. It's below sea level. And then you're running to the highest point in mainland US to Mount Whitney, almost to the top, not quite. You can't get a permit. And it's 135 miles in the hottest day. And you have, the cutoffs are actually not that hard, but I did in 28 hours. And it was, the funny joke they make is that you can fry an egg on the hood of a car. And that if you run on the street, because it's black, the asphalt will melt your shoes. So you run on the white line.
You did
So
it
I ran
in
with David
28
Goggins.
hours?
And I love David. Beat him that year though. Sorry, David. But he'll beat me at everything else in life, but I can run fast.
28 hours, that's like keeping marathon speed the whole time, right?
It's not quite as much. I slept for 10 minutes. So my boys will give me a lot of crap about that. During the night, I slept 2 different 5-minute things. There's a YouTube video on it. But I ran the first marathon in a 3:18. I was in first place in that temperature. And then I slowed down a bit. That was probably not the smartest. But you know what? Go big or go home, Ben.
You ran the first marathon in how long?
3 hours and 18 minutes.
So it's like a 7-minute mile?
No, it's a little slower. I think it's probably like 7:45s.
Oh,
It's just like me. Remember, I started running at the beginning of the 5K.
yeah.
I sprinted,
It
and then I
looks good.
lost all my steam.
So those guys I know
Just
just from the
read this.
ultramarathon scene, which is kind of a small world.
I could imagine. I could see that.
128 degrees. I can't even.
124.
124. I can't even step outside at 100 degrees. I'm not even going outside.
It feels, there's one point where we were going up this mountain, it's called Towns Pass, and you're just 17 miles of just uphill, and it's winds of like consistent 40-mile-an-hour gusts. It felt like you were in an oven, but with a hairdryer pointed at you from close to your face. One of my pacers who came with me got heat exhaustion and was in the back of the car with ice, and he just went with me for 5 miles.
Isn't there one called Moab too?
Yeah,
And
Moab
it's
is
over
longer,
200,
240
right?
miles.
So why do
I
people
think.
do this?
You know,
What attracts you to this?
How broken are you?
Yeah, like
No,
what
seriously.
am I running away from?
You absolutely
Who
are.
does?
Yes.
Who does this?
So I would describe it. There's got to be a screw loose. There has to be. I think that those people, there's a lot of people who are recovering addicts in this because you've converted one addiction, which is unhealthy, for one that's maybe just slightly less unhealthy,
Sure.
but won't kill you as quick as heroin or potentially cocaine. So I think that there's shockingly a lot of recovering addicts. There's also just a lot of people who the gateway drug is you did the marathon, you got the high, and now you don't get the same high from the marathon. So now you go to 50 miles, 100 miles, 240 miles. And it's a challenge because you want to see what you are like when you've passed your breaking point. And what is your breaking point? And I think that nowadays, with everything being so comfortable, I've got Uber Eats, I've got Seamless. Where is the struggle? It's kind of like the movie Fight Club. Do you remember? Like, what's the struggle for our generation?
Yeah.
And so for a lot of people, for lack of a better term in the first world, this is where you get to test your mettle without the chance of dying when you go to war, right? There's some elements.
I would think I'd die. I would die.
You would die.
I
Yeah.
would die.
Quickly.
Like, I would die within the first 50 miles.
Rhabdo.
I'd be dead.
Probably like 3 miles. You would have just passed
I'm
Bert
dead
Kreischer.
at 3 miles.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way, I'm dead at 3 miles.
100%.
Yeah, so what do you mean people don't die?
Nobody's died at that race because they monitor you very closely.
Got it.
So I think there's medical stations to weigh you to see how dehydrated you are. And if you get
I'm
an
out.
IV, you're out. There's a lot of rules. You also can't have artificial cooling devices. So what we do is a lot of ice.
Got it.
And then my friends had to constantly sunblock me, which is kind of gross, and Vaseline. So
Right,
you're
in between the
Vaselining.
legs.
Ye- That's the place.
Bad
I do
chub rub.
that for walking.
Bad-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to spit shine everything around here.
Well, it's unbelievable. And what do your feet look like when you're done?
Mine weren't that bad because I Vaseline my feet like I was at a Diddy party. I mean, it was pretty intense.
Dead toenails?
I've lost, oh man, I don't know how gross this is what people want to hear. When I did my one of my first ultras, I didn't know that when you run downhill, your feet swell, and that your feet, when you go really down a strong hill, they hit the front of your shoes.
Yeah.
And so it will bust your toenails. And I lost 9 toenails.
Oh,
The worst part of that story is not the losing of the 9 toenails. It's that 24 hours after I was done, I went with my niece and nephew, who at the time were much younger. They're all grown up now. Shout out to Noah and Eli.
To the beach.
To Disneyland.
Yeah.
Which is far worse. And I was wearing flip-flops because my feet were so gross that I couldn't fit them in shoes without like screaming in pain. And it looked as if I had been tortured in like, a war zone and had all of my feet like hit like Syriana with George Clooney. Do you remember that show? And every one of my feet was just decimated. And I had to walk around Disneyland for a day. It was the worst day ever.
Is that your worst nightmare? Josh hates open-toed shoes. It gives him the heebie-jeebies.
Mhm.
Is your worst nightmare going
Seeing
to
my
Disney with
feet.
Oz and he just lost 9 toenails and he's sitting there in his naot?
You
And
threw up
he's
in your mouth is what
in
would
his
happen.
Birkenstocks?
those don't upset me as much as like someone's got like a 3-week past due pedicure.
Yeah.
Then 9
Wow.
missing toenails?
That's fine. I'm like, can you redo the Fiji on your toes? I'm like, Blaine, go get a pedicure.
I
Wow.
like constructive criticism where I'm like, she's like, you're not going to wear that, right? And I'm like, I was going to. And then
No,
I'm like,
my
what
wife's
can I
pretty direct.
change right now? And I'm the woman in the relationship where I have 2 older sisters and they were 8 years older. So up until I was 10, they were 18. They dressed me. So I never at that point, like I always had stylists in the house.
Yeah.
So the amount of pressure that occurred during teenage years when I no longer had women to dress me was like, I now have to pick clothing for myself.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew what matched, but apparently my wife let me know later, you've been doing this all wrong forever.
Yeah, my wife's pretty direct. I'll walk out and she'll be like, you look like Bozo the Clown.
Yes.
Like that. Not like you should probably change. Like, okay, Bozo. Okay.
right.
Okay,
Sure.
Bozo.
I no, it's what our wives are for.
1000%.
Truly.
And your wife is
And we're
holding
better
down
for it.
5 kids.
5 young
5
children.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Wow. Under 10?
9, 7, 5, 2, and 7 months.
Yes. Oh, 7 months.
7
7
months.
months. My son.
Go. Birthday?
Or 6 months and 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
May 21st.
Oh, wow. May 9th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
9,
that.
7, 5, 2, and 7 months.
Yeah, stop complaining.
That's
And by the way,
unbelievable.
me stop complaining.
Yeah, I have 6, 3, and 6 months, and I'm like swimming.
So fun. How fun are these ages right now? The 6 months, 7
it's
months.
amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I have heard from multiple people. I would love to know your thoughts on the differences between 3, 4, and 5 for Josh. But I have heard not just from Josh that
Of how many children there are? Like what it feels like?
no, that 3 is really, really hard. 2
Age
is not
th-
that different.
Age 3 or 3 children?
3 children.
Oh, I don't know. It really depends what each kid is like. That's
Sure.
like more of a factor than anything as
Sure.
to who's like
Yeah.
if you make a pie chart and if one of your children takes up most of your energy or if it's like spread equally, it amortizes. Like once you get from 3 to 4, it's very little change.
Right.
It's like kind of the same. 4 to 5 has been difficult just because if you have 2 kids that are both babies, there's like obstacles of logistics of timing of like naps and everyone's in diapers. And I think if one grows up a little, but they're much more buddies if they're close in age.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I would have another
Are they
one, but
all
my
going to be
wife's like,
mentalists?
I don't think so.
It's kind of like the Sound of Music, like the
I
Von
sure
Trapp
hope
family,
not.
but all
That would be-
mentalists.
That would be so weird.
Would
It'd be
it?
terrible, yeah.
Be kind of sick.
Yeah.
A band of mentalists. It'd be like the movie Now You See Me.
That's your
love it.
end game. That's your sitcom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need some IP, Peck.
yeah.
Let's storyboard it right now. What do we
I've
call it?
got O's.
Pearl mentalists.
I like that.
Yeah.
You have 5 girls?
No,
Oh.
I have 2 boys, 3 girls.
Growing up into magic, into mentalism.
I got into
any-
magic when I was 13. Before that, I had no awareness of magic.
Grew up in New York?
I grew up in Michigan.
Michigan.
Nice.
Great. And
Beautiful lake.
well, you got to believe in magic there, right? It doesn't hurt. Anyway, so you're into magic in the traditional ways, like
Card tricks, coin tricks.
yeah, reading and the history. Houdini.
Yeah.
Who's the Jay?
Whodunit?
Yeah,
Ah.
who done it?
Who done it?
Yeah, who's the famous card guy who
Ricky Jay?
Ricky Jay. Right. So like these are all your people growing up?
I knew about all of them. Like there's things that I liked about each one. I didn't really do a lot of stage illusions. So a lot of people in like my era would have been, I was right on the start of David Blaine being huge. Like as I was a teenager, so that was very formative for me. David Copperfield, I saw once and was pretty cool and I loved it, but it's not like I never did illusions where you're
Right.
like on stage, 3 buttons open, billowing shirt, wind. cut her in half, do this, dance. That never was like my thing.
You were all close up.
I
stuff.
loved close up. That's
So
what
do you
impacted
love
me.
Blaine? Do you guys have a relationship?
I met Blaine once recently.
What's he think of
It's
you?
funny on Howard Stern, we talked about it. There was a little bit of, I don't want to call it beef, but it was a little weird because Blaine had thought that I had taken one of his stories on Joe Rogan when I did my interview, and that he thought that I had appropriated a story of his as if I was faking a story of his. Not even a trick, but a story. So it was a very weird first interaction.
The hell?
What kind of story?
So it's the last chapter of my book. I went to jail for a weekend, and not a trick. And then in jail, I did a bunch of card tricks because that's what you do in jail to potentially protect your butthole if
Yeah,
you are alone.
totally.
And so I went to jail.
Show 'em the
because-
tricks.
I don't know if you want to hear the whole story, but it's like it's a pretty crazy story. It's one of my best stories. That's why it's the end of my book. It's 2 stories. One about me and Prince Harry, amazing if you want to get, and the other is about me going to jail. And so when
Yeah,
I met
let's
David,
hear.
he kind of said like, this is my story. And I was like, that's weird. It's my story too. Like I didn't steal your story. I went to jail with 2 other friends. Like there's a mugshot. It's real. And so it was you kind of meet your hero, and I expected to go very differently, but he was kind of primed to be.
He sounds like a threatened individual.
It was very strange. And I was trying to kill with kindness. And I explained, well, did you get arrested on a Friday? He goes, yeah. And I go, well, me too. I go, was there a judge in jail that weekend for you to be arraigned? He goes, no, not till after the weekend. I go, that's why we both spent 3 nights in jail. Like it sounded like less like I stole and more like
Coincidence.
not even a coincidence, like
always
very
happens.
likely. Do you get drunk on Fridays? Well, I used to get really drunk on Fridays
Got
too.
it.
This is where, and then in jail, he goes, well, it says you walked up to these black guys and took the cards and they were playing spades. And I go, well, there were black guys in my jail playing spades too, David.
As we know, black people love gin rummy. Liar.
And this happened in a crowd.
Let's play Mahjong.
Yeah. So it was kind of just like all of these circumstantial facts and I even said, and at the end of it, I go, I don't think you get it, but like if I had known this before, every time I tell this story, I think my story's better because what if your story was the same? What if you and Tom Cruise had the same story and somebody teed it up at a press junket? You'd be like, this is so crazy. Me and Tom Cruise have the same story. I would literally have been saying for years, me and David Blaine have like we have this weird like parallel life where we have the same story. And now when I tell the story, I even say David Blaine and I have like a crazy same story. So it was very strange that rather than give me the benefit of the doubt, it was much more of kind of like lightly antagonistic. And so, yes, if I'm Freudian, I would ask myself, why were you threatened? I'm not directly threatening you. In all interviews, I've just said, I love your work. You're a huge inspiration to me.
Yeah.
You're on my Mount Rushmore. But right now, if you look at where the videos are, who's on TV, what's going on, you can kind of just look at numbers, objective numbers of what's happening now, not years ago, and who is on everything when it comes to mentalism and magic.
Beefing with David Blaine.
I have a David Blaine story that might support or give extra insight, which is I'm a massive fan too, magic nerd.
I am a
growing up.
massive fan as well. So I just need to front load this, that when I was brought
Yeah.
over to meet Blaine, I was hyped.
You were excited.
I was hyped.
Of course.
And then at the end of it, this was the craziest part. He wouldn't take a photo with me.
Ah,
So I'm like, why?
rubbing me the wrong way. What's yours?
Well, I think, and to your point, there's no one in the magician community that doesn't give him his flowers.
My assessment of it, and again, not knowing him, but knowing his team really well, he genuinely adores this. Like imagine if you hit the lottery of life and you get to do what you love all the time.
We did.
Yeah, you really did. I did too.
Yeah.
And so I am a little different where it's not that I don't love what I do, but if you were to analyze what I do exceptionally well, it's mentalism is an offshoot. I am a salesperson.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm
Yeah.
a salesperson. And if you told me tomorrow that I couldn't do mentalism again, and I don't say this from a cocky perspective, I say that if I started a new business, I think I would be very successful at that business because all I figured out is the product I'm currently selling.
Yeah.
And I've distilled it to its core. I've hyper focused and targeted certain sectors as to who I do it for. And like, it's a business like any other. I'm an artist who's also a business person, but I know what I'm selling. And a lot of people, I think, don't know what they're selling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sell amazing, memorable moments.
But also in mentalism, you're selling
Attention. We're all selling attention.
but you're also like selling me on, not that I don't believe what you're doing, but like the entire thing is you're I would assume, mining me for information,
Sure.
right? Constantly.
But here's a key difference, and it's really poignant. I sell memorable moments. And so you think that, and you're kind of hearing me say it, but you don't realize what that means. The stories we tell after something occurs are more important than what actually happens.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Prolon. Folks, are you feeling heavy, depleted, and off your routine after the holidays? Don't I know it, okay? Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet makes it easy to reset your body, habits, and energy heading into the new year. It works at the cellular level to rejuvenate you from within, supporting fat loss, glowing skin, and sharper focus. And with its simple, structured plan, you can build real momentum in just a few days. Folks, Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while keeping it in a fasting state. Based on more than 2 decades of research developed with USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top US medical centers, Prolon has been shown to support fat-focused weight loss, energy, metabolic health, skin appearance, and more. With Prolon, you get everything you need pre-packaged and ready to go. Each kit comes with 5 boxes labeled by day, so you know what to eat each day. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after a busy holiday. 3 consecutive cycles of Prolon have been shown to reduce your biological age score by an average of 2.5 years and your waist circumference by 1.5 inches. Folks, this product is essential for everyone, okay? I've never needed it more. I just ate so much over Thanksgiving. Now I'm eating so much. Thanksgiving was just here, and now all of a sudden it's Hanukkah. I just ate so much at Hanukkah. Literally, November, December, I'm eating like crazy. All I want is Prolon, folks, and you need it too. Just in time for the new year, Prolon is offering Good Guys listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program for your post-holiday glow-up when you go to prolonlife.com/goodguys. That's PROLONLIFE.com/goodguys for 15% off. prolonlife.com/goodguys. This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Shopify. Folks, the end of the year is the perfect time to lay the foundation for what's next. Whether you're planning new product launches or reviewing yearly numbers to clean up strategies and analyze performance across products, Shopify is your chief of staff, your personal assistant, and your co-star helping you plan, launch, and grow so you can start 2026 ahead of the game. Whether you're just starting off small with your own merch store or planning your next business expansion, Shopify has you covered so you can wow even the pickiest of guests. Folks, let me tell you, now is the time. It's the time. Maybe you have a brick and mortar business. Okay, let's think about this for a second. Chef's Table, my dad's beautiful catering company. Very brick and mortar. Perhaps he wanted to start an online store. He has fantastic desserts, unbelievable, par of 2, okay, which if you don't know means not dairy, not meat, sits in the middle. You can have it with any meal if you keep kosher. Unbelievable par of desserts. He should sell them online. Chef's Table KosherCatering.com should sell brownies, and that's the perfect way to start a direct-to-consumer business for him. I absolutely love it. Or maybe he turns into a butcher, starts selling meat. Who knows? All I know is that he will use Shopify because Shopify will help him ask me less questions. Well, who are we kidding? I'm building it, okay? He's not going to build it. So I'm going to be able to do it easier with Shopify. They have these fantastic AI tools allow me to build the site so easily. I can track inventory. I can collect payment. I can do absolutely everything on Shopify. Folks, if this sounds like you, maybe you want to start a new business, maybe you want to take your brick and mortar business to the direct-to-consumer place that it should be in 2025, almost 2026. What are you, nuts? Okay, have an online presence, or you're looking to start a merch store. Who knows? I'm telling you, Shopify is it. You must start today because you're just waiting for your life to start. And all you got to do is go to shopify.com/goodguys to start your life today. So if you're ready to take the next step in your life, whether it's the sweetest merch you've ever seen, your novel you spent years writing, or something in between, go to shopify.com/goodguys to make it happen. It doesn't matter where you're at in your entrepreneurial journey. Shopify is there to make your life and selling journey easier. Shopify.com/goodguys.
This is a very big, I'll tell you, do you want to hear a great story? When I was a restaurant magician, there's an example where I learned this and I didn't understand it, which is the story someone tells afterwards is not a photograph of what occurred. Memory is malleable. Memory can be changed and finessed and massaged.
And
if you know how to do
usually
it.
not great, right?
I was just
It
going to
depends
say,
which direction you
my
go
what
in.
are you nuts later is somebody retelling me something they saw.
Yes.
Right.
because it's so butchered. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Or if you know the right way and you become very good at it.
Unless you're also a salesman and you're incredible at retelling stories. The average person, though, cannot retell a story if their life depended on it.
Right. But they curate. So your mind edits certain things out. And a very good performer in my craft allows edits to happen in someone's brain. Just a great example. Card trick, you might have seen, it's called Card on the Ceiling.
Sure.
You
Classic.
Take a deck of
Good
cards.
restaurant trick.
Amazing, because as your calling card stays up there. You pick a card, you sign it. So we know it's the only card like it in the world. You put it back in the deck. There's all different iterations. I would let somebody shuffle the deck. Then I give them 2 thick rubber bands. Rubber band at both directions. They do that. I take it back. I throw it at the ceiling. Deck hits the ceiling. It falls down. The deck is still rubber banded. Their card is stuck to the ceiling with the face down with the signature. Oh, amazing. Okay. Thousands of magicians do this around the world. That's how it's performed. I, at a restaurant, had the ability to be near you, out of sight, where I could hear you talking about me afterwards, just around a corner, and just kind of hear the debrief after of like, oh my God, it's amazing. What do you do? And then another table sits down and they go, what was that guy? He's a magician. You don't know what he just did to me. And they retell the story.
Totally. There, it's completely different.
But-
That just happened.
But it just happened. But now I noticed this one thing kept happening and I couldn't understand why, which is when they told the story, they go, I picked the cards, right? I signed a card. And next thing I know, my card's on the ceiling. I'm like, wait a second. Why didn't they say that I threw the cards up at the ceiling? Because when you take that line away, that trick is freaking impossible. I signed this card, I rubber band it, and now it's on the ceiling. How the hell did it get on the ceiling, dude? That's impossible. People kept forgetting at certain points to say that I threw it at the ceiling. So I go, did these people randomly have a brain fart? No. I started to learn, just like in a recipe, add a little more ginger, add a little more garlic, add a little more of this. It tastes different. So I could do little things and I figured out what it was. If I didn't look up when I threw the deck up and I didn't look up to discover the card and they did instead at their own pace, they told the story different. Watch.
Interesting.
I take the deck, I throw it at the ceiling. I don't look at the ceiling when it hits. So I give no attention to it. The deck hits, I catch it when it falls, and then I just stare at the person and I wait for them to discover it. Somehow, some way, their brain clipped like an edit, a jump cut. They edited out the part of me throwing the deck at the ceiling when they retold the story. And in my mind, that has been one of my calling cards forever. Knowing how people tell the story later is more important than what happens in the moment. And so if you can find those ways to shine the spotlight on what you want and to make the stuff you don't want in the dark, the story gets told very differently. It's much more impressive and the legend continues.
Now, did you ever execute that trick, throw it up, you don't look up, and the person like me at the table goes, the garlic bread's here. And you go, look up, you fuck.
Yeah. No, the garlic bread's the best thing by far. Who am
Yeah.
I? No, chop liver.
So you start out with this love of magic, and then did it not seem like a feasible career? Is that why you went to being a stockbroker?
That's not
first?
even like it's not even in my wheelhouse. It's not even in the pantheon. Like when you were a child actor,
Yes.
did you have a parallel? Did you know someone else who was a child actor?
I didn't. The only thing that changed was I went to performing arts high school in New York.
Yep.
And so coming from elementary school where I was the only freak, and then going
But how
to
did you even know that was possible? How do you see a show on Nickelodeon and have the balls, for lack of a better term, and the confidence to be like, I'm going to be that kid on that show next time? Like where does that confidence,
Your mom.
even that idea come from?
Yeah, a mom.
My mom was super helpful. I mean, my thing's different only because I did one of those rare things that you can do professionally as a kid. Maybe you shouldn't be able to. But
Sleep at Michael Jackson's ranch?
Right. Yeah. Michael, I don't want to go on the Peter Pan ride again. But I basically, I talked about this before, at 9 or 10 years old, I'm doing school plays, but I'm watching Nickelodeon and I'm going, there's clearly a higher level of this. And these amateurs, little Johnny, who's in 3rd grade, who's taking this as seriously as a 10-year-old should. I'm like, he's not on his mark. He's not delivering. I need
You
to be
knew
with
that.
these. I just was like, I want to do this. It's like a kid who wants to play on a travel team. Like, I just want more competition. I want to do this at a higher level. And it happened to be that.
That's incredible.
If it was like a conservatory that wasn't professional, I would have done that.
Yeah. So I didn't have that.
Right.
But again, I'm not blaming my parents. I'm like, I think there's a narrative of like first generation immigrants who moved here, and I moved here when I was 3. There's like this mentality of the American dream. You go to school, you get a job, you work your way up in your job, right? There's like this playbook of this is how to achieve this dream.
We're supposed to be doctors.
Right. So Mentalist is a good hobby for a lawyer, like a doctor. Like there's that level where I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I didn't have that. I didn't even have that like forethought of this could be a path in life, because you have to meet someone who's done it, or you have to have that level of like jumping steps of seeing the person on TV and saying, I could be that person. I never even had that thought. I like literally that thought didn't occur to me, which I know sounds silly, but I think for a lot of people, you hold yourself down in life in a certain way because you say that person's special, but why not you? That's a question I like as my career advanced, and I've seen someone like a David Blaine, who for years I just thought is untouchable. And I said, but he did it. So why not me? Why not me? And I think that's the way most people should start thinking about their life, rather than that can't be me. Because if you think that can't be me, you don't start doing the steps that will get you to who you want to be. You should always think, why not me?
I completely agree. I think the thing that's missing is not everybody can sell.
Right.
You pinpointed that one thing that makes you an incredible businessman, mentalist, everything. Your ability to change the minds of people and have them do something in your favor, which is 100% applicable to everything.
Right.
You can sell like crazy. When you go to an audition, you are essentially selling yourself to the casting director. When I'm raising money for a business, I'm selling that. Or when I'm, whatever it may be, the absolute key is the ability to sell. Anyone who can sell can be as successful as their mind will let them. But there are a lot of people that cannot sell. And unfortunately, those people also lack so much self-awareness, and the combination of not being able to sell and having no self-awareness leave you trapped.
Big time.
Yeah, trapped.
So we have about 20 minutes left. Here's a thought.
Yep.
Because I feel like you got like 1 or 2 things up your sleeve. Can we maybe do...
What would you have done if like a parrot came out? Oh my God. I'd leave.
So when we walked in, right, we walked in, and I told you, and I said, this has to be utterly random. You didn't pick this. Ben doesn't know, right? You didn't write anything down. I said to imagine that sitting around this table, right?
Yes.
Are other people from your life, right? And I like, they could be positioned here or here, like here. And I said, imagine this wasn't something that was ever done out loud, but just kind of you picked. And I even said, don't pick one person until we actually get in the moment. So in this moment, I want you to see whoever you're seeing in their faces at this table, and I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
And right when I snap my fingers, you pick one person. And you imagine, open your eyes, and you look at them right now. Can you see that person?
Yes.
Is there any way in the world I could have known who you would have picked?
No.
Much less who the other people would have been.
Nope.
Right?
Right.
I think it's a guy. Is it a guy?
It's a guy.
If it was a female, he's in trouble.
It makes
Like,
sense.
yeah,
He's incredibly gay.
Yeah.
I love men. You know what? Oh,
He's very into pedicures, which I'm not saying is gaydar, but like I've never even looked at my wife's toes, so that's something.
try it.
Yes.
By the way, you win.
Hello.
I like that you just knew it was a guy. The great Oz Pearlman, everyone.
We now know his search history has foot fetishes all over it. Am I
Who
right?
doesn't?
By
Yes.
the way, Oz was asked to look at my phone earlier, and I was like, I did not clear my search history. I hope he doesn't Google anything.
Oz Pearlman nude.
Yeah, if he put Pearlman in, it would have been a different P
Auto-filtered
word.
feet. Yeah, P instead of porn. Okay. So what do we do? Okay. Think of this person's first name.
Okay.
Count the number of letters in the first name to yourself.
Okay.
That was very quick, Ben. That was a very quick. Did you see? It was a very quick count.
That was too quick.
It was, yes, of course, too quick. If you're doing like Mitchell, I find that the longer names are a struggle.
For sure.
5 letters. Is it 5 letters?
Yep.
It is.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's impossible, right? You thought of all different
It is.
people. You picked one in your mind. There's no way we didn't tell snap my finger, couldn't have known.
No.
Okay, here's what you do.
Do you know where my dad is?
That's beyond my powers.
Trick question. He's dead. You
Yes,
said you
I
don't talk
know.
to the dead.
Where are you? Where are you? I talk to the dead. They just don't talk back. I'm like, Abraham Lincoln, where are you? Think of the name. Think of any letter in the first name.
Okay.
You have it? Go from the first letter. Keep going all the way until you get to the last letter. Back and forth, back and forth. See if we get similar reactions. So when I get similar reactions, here's what I describe it as. When I said Mitchell, typically double L at the end, the double letters make it hard to count. the person you're thinking of, is there a repeat of a letter in their name?
No.
Okay, because here's what I mean by that. Sounds similar. Torn.
Oh, that marker smell could make me
I
pass
think I
out.
got it.
It's part
I feel
of
like I
the
just
drink.
huffed something.
You're thinking of this person's first name. Is that correct?
Yes.
There's a level of familiarity. Can I show you this, Ben? Take a look. When I said to think of a letter, did you think of a letter or not really?
Yes.
You didn't do the first letter, did you?
No.
M. You think of an M?
No.
Is there an M in the name?
No.
This could be. I wonder if this is somebody you thought of and you changed. There was someone else you thought of, but you thought this was like the person at the top and you're seeing them. Oh my God. You thought of one person sitting at this table that's kind of famous. Am I right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I just got that. One of the people you were trying to flex on me, someone famous. Look at that. Look at the top one. You see it?
I see it.
I don't know if this one's right because maybe you thought of two different people here, but the other one's sitting here. Were you considering somebody named Damon?
What?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right? But you changed from Damon, and then you picked this other guy, but you don't talk to him in forever. And who is the famous person that you thought of at this table? Tell us all, who is it?
Chris.
Chris who?
Chris
Angel.
Wow. What?
No,
What?
I don't even. The fact that he's asking you so that he can read your mind or mannerisms about Chris Angel and then just stunts on you with Damon.
Wow.
So how did you do Damon?
I'm going to go up
then?
to the camera right now and just go mind freak and put my hand to the front.
How-
That's insane.
Everything that I thought that I knew about you and your craft, reading people, looking, whatever, is in Chris Angel. How did we get Damon? Wow, I'll never tell.
And just for the record, Josh is flexing right now just to let me know that he works out.
By the way,
Wow.
that's just a personality trait.
It's unbelievable.
This episode of the Good Guys Podcast is brought to you by Chili Pad by Sleep Me. Are you sweating through winter while your furnace is set to sauna? Even worse, your wife loves a toasty bed, but you're roasting alive under a pile of blankets. What are you, nuts? You gotta divorce her. Just kidding. Meet Chili Pad by Sleep Me, the luxury temperature regulating mattress topper that keeps you perfectly cool even when the heat's on full blast. Because quality sleep shouldn't depend on the thermostat war happening in your bedroom. Whether you're whipping up something in the kitchen up late night with the baby, focusing on your fitness goals, or trying not to argue with your wife over the thermostat, Chili Pad can end your nights of poor sleep that's hotter than a fresh bowl of chili. The Chili Pad bed cooling system was designed with dads and couples in mind. It lets you customize your sleeping environment from 55 degrees to 110 degrees, ensuring you fall asleep faster and wake up feeling recovered. Chili Pads works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that circulates cold or warm water underneath you as you sleep. It's absolutely fantastic. So folks, visit sleep.me/goodguys to get 20% off your Chili Pad with code GOODGUYS. This special offer is available for the Good Guys listeners and only for a limited time. Order it today with free shipping and returns. Try it out for 30 days and you can return it for free if you don't like it with their sleep trial. Visit www.sleep.me/goodguys and see why cool sleep is worth every cent. Because if you're still sweating through winter nights, what are you, nuts? Try the Chili Pad.
Are we doing one more or interviewing and then
No,
leaving the cherry on
Are you
Cherry on
Sunday?
top?
Like, that's crazy. Like, are you okay?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah.
What? Wow. That's unreal, man. Because you had me going all over town,
Down,
man.
up, down,
Man, I'm
around.
thinking Mitchell.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy doesn't know Mitchell.
Sam, no, you completely tricked me. I was like, there's no M. He fucked up. And no, he was just setting us up for the double fucking whammy.
You had it from
He didn't
Jump
have-
Street.
he
You
didn't have
had it
just
from
one.
Jump Street, and you added some razzle dazzle. No,
Not always. There's some jazz along the way.
But he was easy. You could
Not
read
like
him.
you.
you could read me.
I can't.
You know?
I can't
You
read
know already?
I can't read people's minds if they don't even know what they're thinking.
You know already?
Yes. No, I don't know anything.
Yeah, by the way, you got me. I don't know what I'm going to say next.
You know what? Are we going? Are we keeping this going?
No. Let's. Okay, we're gonna do our last. It's gonna be the cherry on top.
Lightning
people,
round?
Fine,
people are gonna
fine.
have to
What color underwear am I wearing?
keep tuning in.
Okay, yeah.
You're a Calvin Klein man.
Not true.
Love it. Skims.
Skims?
Yeah, you love
No.
Kim K.
MeUndies. You guys getting the plug?
No.
After like 47 podcasts, I finally took the
No,
plunge and I
yeah.
bought it. I know, sorry.
What do you think of
MeUndies.
Chris Angel? You like him?
I don't know him
He's
personally.
a friend of the pod.
But I don't know him personally. I know his manager, Dave, great guy. I was a fan for many years and still am a fan.
Yeah.
But I would describe it as I was initially more of a Blaine guy as I was coming up because I just knew Blaine earlier than I knew Chris Angel, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But Angel, each one changed the game in their own way. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
And Chris
sure.
is fearless. I love the fact that he's fearless. There's nobody like him, fearless. He would do stuff where I know the inside scoop that was death defying. Where everyone's like, Chris, you probably shouldn't do this. You could probably die right now. And he's like, I don't care. And you're like,
What are easy, and maybe you talk about it in the book, what are easy things that you pick up on that are part of your toolkit that people are missing out on in their everyday life, not taking advantage of, that you're like, oh, if you only knew these 2 or 3 things, you could pick it up?
perfect. Like so a lot of the things that I will teach you are very easy on the surface. They are just above common sense. But if you apply them constantly, you will get like stacked up wins that will over time grow. So the key things I want something that I can do in 10 minutes. Like that's it. 10 minutes from now, I'm doing it. And I will still do it 10 years from now. So a couple of those that are in here and that I like to teach, one of them is I take notes about everything, which sounds so silly and who cares, right? But nowadays where there's AI and there's all these other things, I will remember everything when I meet you because I'll have written it down. Right after I meet you, I write it down. Put it in your notes in your phone. Put it wherever you want. But I will then meet people, and you're in a profession where you meet people often, and you might see somebody again in a month, in a year, or in 2 years. But you have a coupon in your hand that never expires. It gets more valuable. Or if somebody told me, oh my God, kid's born May 21st. I'm not a stalker. That's not a mentalist, but I'll remember that.
Yeah.
And it's so funny where if later on I find out something that was important to you, like my kid played lacrosse and they were in state championship, and I see you 2 years later, I'm like, is your son still in lacrosse championship? I know he won it 2 years ago. Like, wow, you made me feel seen, heard, and remembered in a way that even today with day and age of AI and auto emails, the human touch goes so far. And I can't tell you how many times I've done a show where at the show, I read my briefing and I know who was there and who I met through who and who's going to be there. And I just literally, it's not even a trick. It's not a magic trick. It's not even cheating. I just took the time to remember things about people. And I met someone there and literally I meet them and tell them something they told me a year ago. And they go, dude, you're the craziest. How do you even know that? How do you remember that? And I go, you told me, but they feel in a way like they're important to me.
Yeah.
And they are. And that's a superpower.
For sure.
Never forgetting someone's name. Something I did in my TED Talk, it's something I do in the book, is if you're at an event and you meet someone and 2 seconds later you forget their name, so awkward.
Awful.
It's the worst feeling in the world. And now you can't have a real, meaningful conversation with them because the whole time you're just worried about, oh my God, what was their name? You're just like hung up on it. It's like having your fly down. You're like, did they see my fly?
So you write their name?
No, I don't write their name. That's weird to meet you and be like, oh, Joshua Peck. All right.
No, I totally agree. But I think that for a lot of people, myself included, I will meet somebody at an event and I've met so many people. And for whatever reason, my brain, it's not intentional. My brain won't clock what your name was.
So here's what that is. Here's this trick. The trick for it. I repurposed a shampoo bottle. The instructions on a shampoo bottle are lather, rinse, repeat. Everybody knows that, right? Lather. Make your house smell good. Rinse. You don't really need to repeat, but we got to sell more Pantene Pro V. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So lather, rinse, repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. I repurpose that. I call it listen, repeat, reply. So listen is where you're going wrong. When you meet people, try this again. When you meet somebody and you realize you forgot their name, you didn't forget their name. You never knew it. You literally never knew it in the first place. It's not a memory deficiency. It's that when they said it to you, you were thinking of something else. Right. So when they said it to you, it's the exact same thing as if I handed you an Etch-a-Sketch right now, you just shook it really furiously. It's gone. It's just gone. So right when they say the name, this is the only thing you have to practice, is when you hear their name, don't think of what you're about to say back to them. Don't think of anything. For that 2 seconds, when they go their name, hear their name and immediately repeat, listen, repeat. You repeat their name back to them twice. So in that moment, they go,
let's do a role play. Let's do a role play.
You're in character, table read.
Okay, you're remembering. You want to remember my name. Hi, Mr. Stoffer. So nice to meet you. I'm Josh.
Josh. It's nice to meet you too.
So you nailed it, but try to be less of a psycho.
That sucked.
Less serial killer, more caring.
Yeah, that's right. Josh.
So I would do, so here's what we do.
Where's the double?
So,
how do you do without being weird?
So the best way is that you just say, hey Josh, great to meet you, Josh. And so you tag
not
it.
A true double. Yeah. I understand. Josh.
Hey, Josh. So now reply is the next one. Listen, repeat, reply. So the repetition comes quickly where if you go, I would in that case say, hey, Josh, is that short for Joshua? And they go, and then you go, great to meet you, Josh. And so right there, you can do a couple different things. The reply cements it. The best visual indicator is if you're at the beach right now and I give you a twig and I tell you, write my name in the sand. If you only wrote it really quick once, the first wave, it's gone. It washes away. But if you could take that tree, dig it deeper and do it 3 times, it would take many more waves before it would wash away. There'd be a trace. So when you say it back to them, I would literally, in this case, say, Josh, is that short for Joshua? And I go, I love that, Josh. Great to meet you. So I've just said that, and I've done, is it short for something, right? Or how do you spell it? So if you meet somebody, you can always say, if it's a name that can be spelled differently, or you can comment on something physical, a compliment. So as soon as I say that, I go, Josh, I love that color shirt, man. That's a great shirt, Josh. So now he becomes Josh with the shirt. So when you leave him and you see the guy again, you go see the shirt and you're like, oh, it's Josh with the shirt.
Josh with the shirt.
So either a compliment, a comment on spelling or practicality of the name, or connect them with somebody you know. So if I met you and I go, oh my God, Ben, is that short for Benjamin? I go, it's so funny. My neighbor just named their kid Benjamin like 3 months ago. You don't hear that name as often. Ben, Benjamin, Ben, I now know your name. It's like really, so you just try this. Try this, practice this 3 times in the next week.
I like it.
And remember, listen, repeat, reply. Do it again, but Ben, be less creepy. If
Be a
that's
little less
possible.
creepy.
Yes,
It's
for you.
hard. It's hard. Okay,
Here,
we can
let
try
me-
it again.
Yeah, wait.
Okay.
But this time be Vishnu. Do
I was
like a
going to say,
name.
don't be Josh. But you also have to give a shit about the person you're meeting.
I can't do that for you, Ben.
Okay,
That's,
Okay, let's try.
So Ben's like, how do I get a book on
So
being
I'm,
a good human
so I'm
being?
automatically, I care about you. Okay.
Gotta be a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Suffer. I'm Diane.
Hi, Diane. Is that short for Dianica? It's great to meet you, Diane.
Thank you.
Good?
Nailed it.
Our final seg. What are you nuts? It's our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small. But don't forget, people, stay tuned because at the end,
You got to stay to the end.
We're
And then my
doing-
mind's getting blown.
we're doing the big final trick. O's. It's our gripes with people, places, and things, both big and small, whatever's sticking in your craw.
Which one of you do I hate more? Is that what you're about to? No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Love you equally.
We'll go first. Take your time to think about it. Ben, what do you got?
Okay, I teased it earlier. Love my parents to death.
Yes.
They're the best.
Yes.
Literally unbelievable people. Watch the podcast. They get a kick whenever I talk about them. They called me last night. They went to a comedy show. And they called me and they said, Ben, you will never believe it. This joke, it was unbelievable. And before they even started telling me the joke, I'm like, what are you, nuts? Please do not try to repeat this person's comedy set to me. You are not going to explain it properly. I'm not going to laugh. It's not because it wasn't funny. It's because part of comedy is being there and seeing it, which is why when you said that people repeat your story, that it just doesn't, I was saying it doesn't hit the same. You cannot repeat a comedy set. It's absolutely impossible, especially if you're my parents. What are you, nuts? No, can't happen.
Benjamin.
There's literally, he said, he called, he said there was a gay Asian woman. She called herself a geisha. And I was like, that's enough.
They're like, so then Dave Chappelle said, the problem with these whites. No. My Woody Nuts moment of the week is I'm thinking about your dad right now and I completely lost it. Oh, so my wonderful wife, Paige, it was her birthday the other day. My wife's vegan. So my boys and I, we traveled to this great vegan bakery. Well, they have vegan baked goods and regular to get a lovely cake. It's not always easy to get delicious vegan baked goods. I want to put in the effort, let her have a delicious cake. I say to the woman behind
Where do you live?
I live in LA.
And there's no vegan products in LA? If you were in Mississippi, it'd be a different story. What are you kidding?
There's plenty, but vegan whole birthday cakes are a little bit of an out. There's good, vegan pastries. You want a full cake.
Am I sensing the good guy's next business venture right here?
Vegan cakes? No.
No.
No. Unless you're our head sales rep.
No.
Yeah, that'll be your last sales job.
Ben's like, we're going to put some butter in that thing. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some animal products.
For sure.
You know, Chloe's in New York City. That place is exceptional. You ever been there?
Vegan?
Yeah.
Oh, that was, what's it called? Wasn't it something else?
So good in the Village?
Something Beets. Didn't it turn into a beet?
No, it's so
Beets?
good. I ate there the other
It is?
day.
Okay, so it's still down.
So
Okay, I'm
good.
thinking of something else.
You kosher?
No.
Just vegan.
All right.
You're
Not
just
nothing.
vegan?
No.
Nothing.
My friend was vegan who went to eat there. So I had to find him a vegan restaurant. It's amazing.
Wow.
Just hooked you up for Paige. You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah, Chloe's.
Chloe's.
On
I'm in.
McDougal.
So I go to take, I go to buy the cake, and there's 3 or maybe 4 different vegan cakes. There's
There were 4.
chocolate.
I can read your mind.
Okay. All right. There's vanilla strawberry, chocolate, or red velvet. So I say to the woman.
4th one is called Guilty Conscience.
Yes. I'm not going to mention the 4th one. I said to the woman behind the counter, I go, which one would you suggest? What's sort of the most popular of your flaves? She goes, if they're in the case, they're popular.
Ooh.
I go,
The Tude. Who needed the Tude?
babe, pick. Okay? I don't need, if they're in the case, they're popular.
Right.
That's tough.
Right?
What are you nuts?
I was
No,
just
give me
like,
some
honey,
customer service.
There's a rough situation there where if you're at a restaurant and then you ask the waiter or waitress, what's your favorite? And then they pick something that you'll never eat. So then you say anything else, and they say 2 things in a row, and then you decide to pick none of those. So you've kind of annoyed them and also said, I don't trust you as a human being with anything, even though this is where you work. That to me is, I've gone backwards on that now because I want to know
100%.
what they like and I want them to tell me, but I'm hoping that what they tell me aligns with my Venn diagram overlap of things that have no deal breakers. Like if there's beets, I'm not eating it.
The
If there's, like-
superpower
Yes.
of a waitress is telling you that something on the menu tastes like ass.
Yeah.
That is the superpower.
Yeah.
The second that she goes, you gave her a couple. You're like, I'm thinking between the bass and this. Oh no, the spare ribs, old. The second she says that, you're like, oh, I trust everything you're about to tell me.
Yes.
She completely took the veil off.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
Not old ribs.
Or
but-
do you trust them if they just go with the most expensive menu on the item and you're like, oh, you're doing a tip play here?
Yeah, no, then I'll never trust.
She's like, get the tomahawk for 2, but just for you.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Take the veil off our new
happened to me,
Saudi Arabian
unfortunately.
reality show.
So wait, is it my turn for What Are You Nuts?
Yeah.
That's my what are you nuts? Yeah.
It feels like a Sebastian Maniscalco moment right here. I'm
It kind
a
of
good
is.
buddy. It's like, it ain't right. What is mine from this previous week? Something that drives me insane. Is that correct?
Yeah, you're traveling.
Anything
You're
big
on
or
the
small.
street. You come here and there's a woman barefoot. It's 29 degrees.
Yeah, the barefoot doesn't. Yeah, that's an interesting one. You know what?
You
This
run
is just
marathons in
this is an
125 mile
overall, just, I can't stand when people are impolite. It's just like so. The
Yes.
waving in the car. I have allowed you in, and this is just a character deficiency. I've let you in. I give you the slight wave. You look at me and do not wave back after I've let you in. What are you nuts?
What are you nuts?
So true. All right. Give us your final. This is, you've kind of prepared us before, but this is the big trick.
So when you turn the mirror around, make this impossible. Now, I ask Joshua a question. I say, who's sitting at this table in your mind, right? And so I've established the tone. But if I instead say to you, you get to come up with the question,
Yes.
you get to ask me the question,
Yes. Yes.
and I want to make
Yes.
sure
Yes.
that right now, if I say to you, big, I want you to write this big. I don't want this on something small. I want it big. If I tell you, write down question that I could not possibly know the answer to. If you write this down right now in this moment and you show it to Josh, the question, do you think he will know the answer?
No.
Oh, he won't know the answer.
No.
He will not know the answer.
No.
So, okay. Because sometimes I'll say, like I asked you earlier, I said, like, if I asked you to think of your first crush, when I walked in, I said, if you think your first crush, have you ever mentioned on air? He's like, yeah, I mentioned. So I'm like, I can't do that. So we switched. I said, I'm not doing something that somebody will say I just chat GPT'd you. So if you ask me this question out loud, do you think I could just guess it or unlikely?
I think you could guess it.
So it's probably not who's my first crush, because how could I guess that? So maybe this is more of like, what's my favorite or what's something, right? It'll be something about him that maybe you could narrow down. How about this? Write the question. And you've never written this question down anywhere. Is that correct?
Correct.
No chance. This question exists
chance.
only in your brain.
Only
you
in my
haven't
brain.
Whispered it.
No.
You haven't typed it in your phone. You haven't done anything. All the skeptics go, this question's nowhere. You came up with it.
No.
Bam.
Question's nowhere.
Okay. Write down the question and show it only to Mr. Peck.
Okay.
Ready? Make sure I'm not peeking and I can't see anything. Just write the question.
Pen.
No answer. Do you want to use a different one? Use your own pen.
I'm just going to try. I don't even know if I can write with this.
It's very big. That's what she said. Never to me. Is this hidden right now so I can't see it? Get a different marker. Might be too big. I use it to just write really big stuff.
Okay.
Write in a
Gotcha.
book. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, put it face down on the table.
Oh,
Do you think you know the answer?
No.
You don't know the answer.
No.
All right. Ready?
Yeah. I don't know.
I want you to ask me the question one word at a time. So it'd be like if I said, who is sitting at, and then you'd stop me right there. Like that would have been the question, who is sitting at this table in your mind, imaginary. Okay. That's how I would have asked this question to you earlier. That's what I asked you to make up.
Sure.
So I want you to slowly, one word at a time, ask me the question. Don't rattle fast because I want to see if I can try to pick it up as we go. So slowly ask me the question one word at a time that you wrote down. Do you need to fact check it?
No.
Okay, one word at a time.
What's my
next word?
Favorite.
Stop right there. You don't think you know it. What do people say? They said he did research on you. He did research on you before he got here. This guy's content, 95% food. I've seen his Instagram. Look at how he just smiled. Look how he got nervous. Look at how he said to himself, why'd I do
Why
that?
did I pick something else? Loser!
So you know what? You know what? Instead of the truth, this is where I make it fun. You lie to me. So instead, I tell you to make up, I would tell me the answer. You tell me the question, you tell me the answer, and I guess the answer. But what if you lie? Write the lie. What if instead of telling the truth, you lie? Nobody could know if you lied, because even if I researched you 1,000,000 times over, there's only one truthful answer. There's 1,000,000 ways you could have just lied. Are we in agreement?
Yes, we're in agreement.
We're in agreement.
We're in agreement.
Take the piece of paper off the thing. Now that he smiled and got so weird, we knew, and he hit himself in the face, loser. I know it's something to do with food, so I don't even care about the question.
I would like to know it anyways.
Okay.
Or maybe
Is there something written still
or
on
maybe
it? Or it's empty? Just give me one sheet of paper.
Or maybe I was tricking you.
No.
Maybe I out mentalist the mentalist.
Ready?
Think of a number between 1 and 100.
Think of the lie. Think of how you would have lied to me. Think of how you would have, if you would have asked me the question and I said, what's the answer? And you would have said, and you would have lied like that. The is the best thing in my videos because it shows you didn't know what you were going to do.
Sure.
Do you understand? It shows there's no staging or setup because it's very hard to act surprised. You know, as an actor, acting surprised is actually one of the most difficult things to do. It's kind of like acting drunk. You can fake it, but people can see the difference. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, what, you asking me about acting? I'm no actor. No. Yeah, no, I agree. I totally agree.
Close your eyes.
Can you get your finger off my junk?
It's 2 words, isn't it? The lie is 2 words.
It's 2 words.
The truth is 2 words. You wanted to make them sound similar. I like that you did that. Think of the second word. Think of the second word.
That's not cool.
Think of the second word.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the first letter of the second word. Think of the first letter of the second words.
Of the lie.
Of the lie.
Mm-hmm.
The lie.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it like a S. It's not an S, is it?
No.
Okay. Quick, Josh, look at what he's going to lie to me. Look at what he's going to lie to me. Look at what he's going to lie to me. Okay.
I already know you got it right.
I can't change. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. I can't change what I wrote down. What was the question? What was the question you were going to ask me? Say it. What's the question?
Say the question.
What's my favorite? Say it.
What's my favorite vegetable?
Okay. What's the lie? You just lied to me. Were you going to lie to my face? You're a liar. Tell me what were you going to lie and say right there. What was it?
Banana peppers.
Banana peppers.
Wow. Wow, dude.
How? How?
It's insane.
And the truth was just slightly crunchy, not too soft. Brussels sprouts was the truth, wasn't it?
That's so unbelievably scary. This is much scarier because I thought I was tricking you.
That is so you coded.
I thought I was tricking him.
And
You
maybe
eat banana peppers, you're like,
it's because we talked about the cover being such a bright, beautiful yellow that I have inceptioned you.
All I know is that is really wow.
Tonight, under your pillow, when you go to sleep, reach under. There will be a banana pepper there.
Good. And a stack of cash.
And
I
you will
hope.
be scared forever.
Wow.
Oh,
How good are banana peppers?
Not my favorite.
What? You're not eating them right.
Really?
What do you mean you don't like them? What do you
I
eat them in?
didn't say
What do you
I
put
don't
them
like
in?
them.
Let's end it
But
on
not
that
my
awkward
favorite.
note.
You could have just said
Thank you
yes.
so much.
Like, what do you mean? Why couldn't you just be agreeable?
Wait, but these aren't your favorite either. You lied.
I did, but they're great.
They are good.
You lied. Give me the book. The great Oz Pearlman reads your mind. Proven habits for success from the world's greatest Mentalist.
And if you
Where
want
can
to
we
waste
find you? Where can we get
so
this?
much time, just go on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook or anything and put in @OZ. It looks like Oz, folks. I know it looks like Oz.
But it's Oz.
It's Oz. Yeah, it's weird, unusual name. I didn't make it up. @OZ the Mentalist. It's @Oz the Mentalist. Looks like @Oz the Mentalist. But go there. I know you follow me. He's just watched all my videos. I see him. He's just every single time goes. I see Joshua Peck go, what the F?
Yeah, it's
Until now, and he finally experienced it. You and Chris Angel.
That's
and
wild.
banana peppers.
Crazy.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Chris Angel loves banana peppers. O's, not for him.
Does Chris Angel like banana peppers?
Well-known fact.
Okay.
Well known.
Okay. All right. Well, Oz Pearlman, read your mind. This has been, thank you. Thank you very much
Thanks
for
for
coming.
gentlemen.
It was
Thank you.
absolutely
I
fantastic.
know what to get you.
What,
Brussels
banana
sprouts,
peppers?
Brussels sprouts.
This episode's 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips on Instagram and TikTok Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.